Good day, Tony Worth. How you doing, buddy?
Well, doing pretty good, and very happy to finally get on Google Plus here and hang out with you guys and start to talk about AC11 and the opportunities that this presents for human health.
Let me tell you, you're becoming quite a celebrity in Israel. A bunch of Israelis are crazy about AC11, and so many people are looking forward to see you in person and hear from you. So many people are really anxious to learn more about AC11 and DNA repair. Great things. And I have a few questions for you today. And shall we get started? And my first question has to do with a little bit of background. Then just tell us a few words about optogenics and about the AC11 research. How long did it take the research? How long did it take?
I started being interested as I started a clinical practice and was reading papers in the early 90s. The first one published on my birthday in 91, June 4th in the Science Times. It talked about nature's repair kit. This was at a time when antioxidants were becoming big, but my background being clinical nutrition, I saw that there was an opportunity here that, yes, you can minimize damage with oxidants, but damage still happens, aging still happens. So we really wanted to look at the backside of that healthy aging equation, which was DNA repair. By 97, I met Dr. Piro. We started doing research in the Amazon, came up with an herbarium of 100 herbs. A couple we started to look at initially. One of them was on Uncaria. And to make a long story short, it's been 15 years of development and research. We just had our 9th patent issue, soon to be 10th, and right after that the 11th, but all different applications as it relates to mammals, DNA repair, and anti-tumor claims, anti-inflammatory claims, immune-enhancing claims. Now, published our 12th endpoint in DNA repair, how we influence this, so it's no mistake. And it's no mistake in the field because we're continually getting the feedback from the doctors and the people using these products of the phenomenal results they're getting.
Very interesting. You know, when we first heard about DNA repair, we thought, wow, this is a science fiction. But then we learned that our body does it naturally. So what can you tell us about the actual DNA repair? Why DNA repair is so important to our body, and what happens when it doesn't happen, when our body doesn't repair the DNA damage?
Okay. I never liked anti-aging, because anti-aging doesn't mean anything if you're suffering and you're struggling to make ends meet, and who wants to live longer? But if you can live longer and live functioning well, be healthier and live longer, everybody's interested in that. And that's what this technology is about. Aging is all about damage that accumulates to our DNA that accelerates after 30, accelerates every year. More accumulation, those genes divide, go forward, they're carrying more damage forward. That damage gets new damage. Ultimately, in our 40s, 50s, 60s, we start seeing degenerative diseases. If you can keep the condition of your DNA in a constant or in an equilibrium, or the integrity of your DNA, your body starts to behave much more youthfully. The expression is a more youthful expression. In our case, it's a much more energetic expression. You know, I'll explain that at other times, but the point is DNA repair is critical to the damage that happens every millisecond of every day to every cell in our body. What we talk about here with DNA repair and AC11 is increasing your reserve capacity. Your reserve capacity means you not only repair the damage of today, and you now have a capacity to repair today's damage, but you can go backwards and start cleaning up old damage. It's very, very impressive stuff, and it works.
Amazing. How does it work? How does the AC11 really help our body to enhance the DNA repair process? What really happens there?
Well, there's about a dozen different endpoints with physiology that we've measured. It would be really quite the lesson here to go through all these endpoints, but when it comes to DNA adducts, when we're looking at, damaged DNA and controls versus groups of people that are using AC11. In every situation we've studied over the last 15 years, every endpoint is enhanced by the use of AC11. What we're doing now with auditory in the United States government through the VA, soldiers come back from Iran, Iraq, and different parts of the world, and the number one problem is hearing loss. We have ear cells that terminally differentiate, auditory nerve cells, from birth. They need to last us a lifetime. When they get past 35–40% damage, DNA damage specifically, they can't self-repair. So what happens is, less than that, we are inducing hearing repair with AC11 because we're stimulating the only pathway these auditory nerve cells can respond, their DNA repair pathways. We're now quantifying things like DNA repair proteins and precursor proteins and how they translocate into the nucleus and into the mitochondria where we make energy for both nuclear and mitochondrial DNA. We see a significant upregulation of these DNA repair proteins, which are essential for these enzymes to work, and also with the mitochondrial activity, energy production. So there's numerous pathways. Like I say, we've looked at 12 so far. Every single pathway demonstrates enhanced DNA repair.
Sounds crazy. Really sounds amazing. You know, and the question is that I don't think there is anybody out there who doesn't like to get younger. You know, mankind for centuries have been looking for the fountain of youth. Is it really possible, physiologically, to get younger every day?
Absolutely. We go through this, and I was talking a minute ago about increasing our reserve capacity. We have products like Purple Plus and IO and Purple Caps, and I refer to these as a vacation in a bottle. And what do I mean by that? When we go on vacation, why are we going on vacation? Our bodies are stressed. You know, we've had a long year, a lot of things that we deal with in life, and for different reasons our bodies get stressed and tired. We go away, we hopefully find a beautiful location, have some great food, a chance to relax with friends, people we love, and recover. At the end of 2 weeks of a process like that, you feel more energized. Why? Because the body's caught up, the damage wasn't in excess of what you could repair on a daily basis, and so the body recovers. You know, it just does. And so maybe it didn't recover 20 years, but it recovered to the point where you feel a lot better and you look better. Well, what we're doing with the AC11 technology on a daily basis is you're having a vacation in a bottle, meaning while you're in the heat of battle of your life and doing the things you need to be doing and under duress, every day we're increasing your reserve capacity for self-repair. So you clean up today's damage. You have, for example, you have 10 units of damage at age 50, but you only have 8.5 units of repair capacity, say, per strand of DNA. And a very small number. They're much bigger numbers. Doing it to illustrate a point. And that's in a good situation. What we're doing with our technology is making it so you have 11, 12, 13 units of repair capacity for 10 units of damage. The body in its wisdom doesn't give up on this repair capacity. What happens is we take that reserve capacity and we go back and clean up what's most critical. Over time, repeated days, instead of damage accumulating as you get older, we're minimizing today's damage and we're cleaning up old damage a little every day. So yes, biologically your cells are getting younger. The condition of your DNA is behaving as if it's younger. The expression of that DNA is more youthful energy, passion for what you want to be doing in your life, the resources to be able to engage a busy life at 50, 60, 70 years old. My mom turns 90 on her next birthday. She started using AC11 when we did first pilots in 97, 98 on the pilot batches on the raw material. Power walks 3 to 5 miles a day, weather permitting, hits the gym twice a week for weights and aerobics. I get her on the phone, it's like I'm in high school talking to her. She hasn't lost a thing. You look at her peers, she runs a hospice, she takes care of people over 65, 70. But you'd have to hang out with this woman. She is just filled with love and passion and still has the capacity at 90 years old to deliver to everybody in her life on a daily basis. So it's amazing when you see that, when you see it with young children. They don't have the damage that starts to accumulate after 27, 28. But one of the values with AC11 is that we stimulate immune function, white blood cells. help the body maintain its numbers and the viability, the activity of these. So young kids that use like the Purple Plus over here, which the Purple Caps are a capsule version of that product, they have conditions for a year and a half, 2 years, antibiotics, different drugs, respiratory conditions since they've been born. They're 2 years old, they get on this stuff, and a year and a half, 2 years later, other than a doctor checkup, they haven't been sick one day. It leverages your health where you are. It transforms athletic performance because you become more anabolic. You recover faster from workouts. You get bigger. You get stronger. You have essential building blocks to do so. And these energy compounds come up. So you have more of a, raw energy to utilize in your competition or your training or whatever you're doing. So we talk about growing younger, but we don't want to lose sight of the fact that this technology benefits you where you're at in your life.
Last thing, Tony, before we say goodbye, it sounds like a revolution. It sounds really as something that everybody wants, everybody needs. And the last question: who should use our product? Who should use it, and why?
Well, the kit, anybody who is starting to go into the sun, certainly on the topical side. The oral, if you have a pulse, you should be using it because we all have DNA and we all want to maintain the integrity of that DNA. If you want to maintain the condition of the DNA, your health, your energy, your vitality, your wellness, then this product's for you. If you have no interest in that, then don't take it.
It's a free choice.
Free choice.
Tony Worth, I cannot appreciate more the time that you took to spend with me. Thank you for the knowledge and the care and for making this happen. It really feels that we have a huge message for the world. So I really appreciate it. Everybody sitting here sending their love to you and your family. Thank you very much. Have a great rest of the day, and thank you so much for spending the time with us.